Live your life within the moment. And don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away. To the groove and the light that flickers. We get lost in the crowd, it's getting thicker. We get away from the drinks and chatter. Haven't said a word, but it doesn't matter. Feel the air get thinner. Standing in a blurry dream. No one else can see us. Live your life within the moment. And don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away.
The Road 500.
Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go.
Live from the Volvo 780 studios. This is JJDrones Live. And now, here's JJDrones.
And it's JJDrones Live, coming to you from the Volvo 780 studios in Council Bluffs, Iowa. Welcome everybody to the program. We've got Off the Hook Outdoors. We've got Keith Doc Reed. We've got my dad, Dave Johnson. We have got Droning Veteran. We've got Dave from Gotta Love Thailand. And we've got Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors. Thank you all for coming in today. Chris couldn't make it. He's got family issues, so say a prayer for Chris tonight because it sounds like he's got some issues going on. If you would like to have your video featured on my website, you can email me, Jason at JJDrones360.com. And for everything JJ Drones related, you can go to JJDrones360.com and you can see everything there. And if you would like to help financially support the program, you can go to paypal.me/JJDrones. I thank all of you for being here today. Today is going to be a fun show. Hopefully it's going to be a fun show. We've got a couple people in the backstage area that are patiently waiting. And I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that has subscribed to the channel so far, because we're almost to 500. And that road to 500 at the beginning of every one of my live streams is up there because I'm trying to reach 500 people, because I've got a Holy Stone 720 that's going to be given away at 500 subscribers. Now, I am in the Volvo 780 studios. I'm not in the Volvo 780 studios. This is just a different Volvo. But, you know, so please forgive a lot of a lot of the fact that this doesn't look like my truck. Let's see here. We've got, okay, Ted says that that's his voice. And then, hey, Kathy, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you being here. And then my dad says, what do the Vikings and a stolen car have in common? They have no titles. And Gary, you're right. 500 or bust. That's what we're going for. Now, It is Rant Away Sunday. And Rant Away Sunday is something that I came up with last year that was just kind of fun. We were able to get together and kind of air some of our grievances. And we've got a new addition to the Rant Away Sunday gang. I'm going to bring them in one at a time, and we're going to start off my very good friend, Dan, the droning veteran. How you doing, Dan?
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Very good. Thank you so much for being here. And then
Glad
I'm
I
going
could
to
join.
Yeah, I'm glad that you could join too. And now I'm going to bring in our next contestant. We have all the way from well, he's not in Tennessee, but he is in his truck. We're going to say hi to Jeff Marks. How's it going, Jeff?
Good, good. And just for the record, I'm in Burlington.
You're in Burlington. Oh, that's right. You're at
Yes.
Burlington Coat Factory because you heard that everything was 99% off there.
That's right.
And it's cold outside.
It is cold outside.
It's snowing
No.
right now, actually.
Now, Carl has left his post, but when he comes back, I'm going to bring him up, and I'm going to remove my branding because if I don't do that, then everybody's going to be covered up by the branding. So, and here it is, the man, the myth, the legend. He would like to be referred to as the trucking god, Karl Marx. Say hello to Karl.
How's it going?
Now, what was it you referred to him yesterday as? My older brother?
Yes, your older brother. We have to have him on the show because he brings the ladies in.
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, he is the better looking of the two Marks people on here.
He is, yes. And
With
Gary
hair like
says,
that.
Gary says, hello, God.
Oh, hello.
And let's see here. Gary says, I have some rants about old age since I turned 60 feeling like a 30-year-old. And Paul says, I'm ready when you are. He's always showing up. and we may have to let me do this real quick. I hate to do this. Which one of you gentlemen would like to go first? Because I'm going to send Paul and I'm going to send Ted the link to the live stream because they both have rants that they want to include to our Rant Away Sunday.
I'll go last.
Oh, Carl's going to go last.
We'll let Dave go first.
You mean Dan?
Or yeah, Dan, I'm sorry.
Dan, take it away.
All right. Well, I'll say it's an upcoming video of mine is merging. Not necessarily, four-wheelers merging, but 18-wheelers merging too. Waiting on the, cutting across 3 lanes of traffic because you're in the far left lane and you need to take an exit.
Yep.
Shooting across 3 lanes of traffic. I have a couple of shots of that in my video coming up.
Uh-huh.
So.
Yeah,
That's
I
my-
mean, that is a very, very common rant for truck drivers especially.
Especially truck drivers, yes.
Yes, and just going out there and having to deal with all the traffic. Now, they're called acceleration ramps for a reason, and the reason that you go on the acceleration ramp is, I don't know, Carl, you are the god of
To slow
trucking.
down.
Why don't you inform us on what an acceleration ramp is made for?
Well, to accelerate,
Whoa!
Sure, I thought it was to slow down.
Oh,
To get to the equal speed as as your the car right next to you
right.
or the truck.
I don't know how many times I've run into that this week, especially out there in California. I'm just going down the highway and minding my own business. People are trying to pull on to the interstate, And as they're trying to pull onto the interstate, while I'm trying to slow down to let them get in front of me, they're just hitting on the brakes at the same time as me. I mean, I can't move over to the left because the traffic isn't letting me over to the left, and there's obviously no place that I can go to the right, and you know, it's just a pain in the butt. So, you know, use that acceleration ramp for what it's made for you to actually get up to speed in front of the vehicles in front of you.
You know, there was some rules that I heard before, and I'm not sure if every state was like this, but you know, the ramps, you know, you're supposed to accelerate obviously to get ahead, but I mean, it's your objective to merge safely. So
Right.
that might require you might have to slow down for a second to get in behind somebody that can't stop, such as an 18-wheeler. I've noticed
Right.
that also, where that's a problem. And I've seen a lot of people, they can't merge, so they just ride the shoulder until they can get over, or they make a complete stop and they don't have to. But like I said, I can't speak for every state when it comes to those ramps.
Now, there are some states that have the yield signs on the ramps, like Pennsylvania, Ohio. I can't think of all of them, but I know those two come to mind right off the top of my head. And so at that point, you're supposed to yield to the traffic that's on the freeway. But that's very, very rare occasions. Gary says, my rant is against Minnesota drivers. Learn the rules of the road. Florida is not Minnesota. And Ted says, hey, Dan, that's a nice shirt and hat. Looks good on you.
Yes, it is. I like it.
Ted says, I like driving my truck up the runway ramps. I bet you do.
Did you see somewhere?
That pea gravel is great.
Jason, did you see somewhere where there's a picture of a bunch of people skiing down the runaway truck ramp?
No, I did not see that.
If I can find it, I will. I'll send it to you, and then you can post it next time.
Oh, absolutely. That sounds great.
I want to see that too.
Doc says, I hate people that come into traffic doing 45 when everyone else is doing 70. Yeah, that's that's a very common problem. It really is. And I think that's a problem that people are just not trained properly in their driver education courses when they learn how to drive. Because when I was trained, and I'm sure not everybody has grown up in a small town like me, but we didn't get trained on interstates because we have no interstates. So the only the only training that you got doing interstate driving was reading it in a book. And so, oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But I have to put them up.
Good Lord.
Sub. Hey, I'm sporting both. You know what I mean? I mean, the flag in the back wasn't enough. So,
That's right.
And I want to make sure that, we all
America.
know where we're at here.
That's
Yeah.
right. Oh my gosh. So that's a very interesting hat combo, and I appreciate you for sporting the JJDrones hat. I really do. So Jeff, what is your rant for today?
Here about about a month ago, I'd say, I was in Chicago loading flat steel, and I had two drivers from a company that you used to work for walk up to me and ask me why I was putting chains on flat steel.
Right?
Because their company told them that the only thing you really needed chains for was coils. And It all goes back to the last rant we did. It falls back on training and negligence on the company's part
Right.
for not training these new guys, because it was a trainer and a student. And the trainer was the one that had to ask why I was putting chains on flat steel.
Oh, Gary says, "Oh Lordy, seeing that fella made me want to take up crocheting." Ted says, "My dad made me learn in his big Dodge Power Wagon. We also had a Chevy Cavalier, but he wouldn't let me learn with that." Well, that's probably a good thing that he taught you that way. So yeah, if anybody doesn't know, if you're going to be pulling flatbed and you're going to be pulling flat steel, the only way to secure that to your deck is using friction, right, Jeff?
Yes, you need plenty of friction mats and maybe a chain if you want overkill. Let's see.
Well, I know there's a guy in Utah just this last week that probably wishes he had a chain on some steel. I don't know what the steel exactly was, but they had a truck steel spill all over I-15 just
Oh, really?
earlier this week.
Wow.
I don't know the details. I wasn't there, but
Right. Well, Jeff's got his big book of rules for cargo securement, but anybody that is experienced in flatbed driving would know that you don't want to put anything up there. With flat steel, you don't want to put anything on there that's not chains. Hey, Anthony, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you being here, brother. Anthony is another one of our Breakbush drivers, so thank you very much for coming in. So, Jeff, what are you finding there?
I'm trying to find the right page. Give me just a second.
Okay, because this is a live broadcast.
I'm sorry. If you need to skip me, go ahead. I should have had my book out earlier. It didn't hit me. I had it until about 5 seconds ago.
Gary says, "I like Jeff. He always comes prepared to the discussion."
Day late and $1 short.
All right. So, Paul, you would like to add to the discussion on pedestrians?
Yeah. According to California, it says do not drive on sidewalks. So just thought I would say that. Yeah.
That's where Jason taught me to drive.
Right?
Yeah, but I didn't teach you to drive in California.
Yeah.
No, but there was that one 24-hour fueling spot I taught you how to turn around in tight quarters.
That's true. You did.
Actually, I had a student one time when I was training at a very popular company that everybody loves. And I got him after another trainer took him, and the trainer told him, it's okay. You can drive over that curb. Yeah, I told him no. Killing pedestrians is not okay. Period. You don't kill pedestrians. You fail your test for that. There's a reason for that. No killing pedestrians allowed.
Well, and that's why when you take somebody out and you train them, you pretty much say, there's a bus full of nuns and small children in that, and you just don't want to hit that.
No. It's when you're driving around the corner, right? You're coming around a mountain corner doing like 55 or whatever, and you come around the blind corner, and all of a sudden there's a bus full of kids. What do you do?
Right.
Floor it. Oh, sorry.
There's a reason that this was my working theory, which you guys some of you are probably going to disagree with, especially the guy down in the corner there. I didn't wear my seatbelt. Period. My theory was if I crash, I'm going to die. And so I didn't crash. Very simple. And if I needed to jump out, I didn't want to have to push a button. See, there you go. Bring them up. Yeah.
Yep.
Look at that face.
We're going to break them. We're going to bring them up, and we're going to put them on the spot.
That's right.
So Carl,
this isn't a boat. I'm not going down with the ship, baby. But I'm also going to not kill people. So it's kind of a,
I guess.
there's your response. There's your response, Paul.
I knew I'd throw that in there.
Speaking of putting him on the spot, I think Jeff and Carl need to talk. Carl, do you have something that you need to say to Jeff?
Oh yeah, I remember we were talking about that the other day.
Yeah.
Jeff, I just want to thank you for pointing out my smile and me looking at Jason on his New Year's video, and then I complimented Jason on putting it on slow motion too, and it was a great combination. A+ to both of you.
We're just looking out for you. Just looking out for you.
This will go to anybody on the panel that would like to answer. Any funny or interesting stories about you truckers missing the scale house and later had to explain an oops moment?
Can we plead the fifth on that?
Well, I mean, statute of limitations is up on that, Jeff.
No, it's not. It was less than 5 years ago.
13 miles.
It was actually last year.
Hey, Simply Nanette, thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate it. Dan,
do you remember the picture back in the fall that I sent you of the blown steer tire?
Yes.
Okay, that was actually done dodging a scale.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you dodged the scale and you blew a steer tire. So basically, you got karma.
Yeah, with a load of fertilizer.
Oh, well, that's great.
Hey, but at least
Hey,
that was a
Nick,
good
thank you so
excuse,
much for
right?
coming in. I appreciate you being here.
I couldn't get over my steer.
You couldn't. Paul, I know you've got something.
Oh, I just remembered a unofficial bypassing of the scale.
Yep.
Colorado.
Yep.
So I was pulling a Rocky Mountain double full of hay, and crazy part is with the hay, like I was 10 feet wide, right? So I had my signs up, whatever, and I have like we had a funky trailer. We had a drop deck that my boss put a fifth wheel on the back of the drop deck.
Okay.
And then it'd be like a 35 footer that was connected to it. So I'm bringing it from Montana down to like southern Colorado, and I was kind of overweight, so I knew there was a way of going around the scale. Well, this is what sucked. Is like I was good, and then driving down the side, the city road, whatever, and passed right by a police station. I'm like, oh, all right, whatever. I mean, we should be fine. Sure enough, motorcycle cop happens to pull out, like ready to turn, and sees me, and he's just like, huh, why this guy's there? So he pulled me over. Then I ended up having to go all the way around to the scale house. And then I had an old ticket from like a couple days before I was doing another run, and it said I was legal.
Oh, jeez.
So I only got, what did I get? I think I still only got an overweight ticket that my boss paid.
Oh, really?
So yeah, I forget what excuse I had for getting off the freeway, but whatever it was, it worked. So
yeah. Carl, do you have any fun stories about that?
Well, I didn't. It's not with the scale, but I was actually getting close to one of our terminals for a previous company that I worked for, and I had about 8 different placards, on the side of the trailers, and just dog tired, wasn't paying attention, and I didn't stop at the train tracks, and there was a cop sitting there, and I thought I was done for, but he didn't come after me just yet. So the terminal is just across the street a little ways, so I just floored it in there. I pulled into the shop bay, shut the door, and yeah, nothing ever happened, thankfully.
Maybe he didn't know that you were supposed to stop.
I mean, maybe that's possible.
That's always a probability, especially with hazardous materials loads.
Right.
But sometimes when you gotta go, you gotta go, and the railroad crossings can't stop you.
Right.
Well, Jason, you know your favorite scale there in Arkansas when you cross out of Oklahoma.
Right? My dad already says, "Fess up, Jason."
Uh-huh. Well, I'm not going to tell me who taught me how to bypass that scale, Jason, but I was bypassing it one night because I was a little on the light side.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was bypassing it, I saw a Arkansas state trooper coming at me. So I whipped into the Peterbilt dealership real quick and told him I needed to stop and get something. That's why I was back there. Now, I wouldn't do anything like dodge a scale, so I went in there and bought a hat, spent 30 minutes, got in the truck, and drove off after I watched him leave.
Genius.
Well, I've got Gary now telling me, JJDrones, this is Father Time speaking. Now, please confess your sins.
Come on,
Hey,
Jason.
Gary, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Okay, so I do have a story about dodging scales, but it's not really funny or interesting. It's about a guy
We'll
that
let
I
you
know.
if
You know, it's a friend of a friend of a past relative that died 18 people removed, kind of a thing.
Because you don't do illegal stuff.
Exactly. So they told me that whenever they would go on California Highway 58 out to Delano, California, or Delano, or however you pronounce it, there's a scale right there just outside of Tehachapi, and every time that he would go through there, it didn't matter whether he had red light or green light, he would just go past it and basically look over his shoulder all the time, making sure that there was nobody coming after. Hey, Ted, welcome in, brother.
Hey, what's up, man? How's everybody doing?
Oh, we're all doing great.
Cool.
Great.
So you have a rant that you'd like to share with everybody.
Yeah, it's not a driving rant or anything. So, and I said today, YouTube sent me a notice saying that my live that I did 8 months ago, it was a bait making live, it's not kid friendly. And I said, okay, but it was 8 months ago, so it took them so long to do it, and my sustainability on it just went away. So,
wow. So 8 months later, you have a video that you did a live on, and YouTube is now coming back and saying, hey, 8 months ago you had a video that is no good, so we're going to take any part of monetization away from you at this point.
yeah, the only thing I get is the YouTube sharing, which is like 3 cents. So.
And Gary says 9 likes, folks, and JJDrones is only 8 away from 500. Yeah, that's exciting.
No, so they said your live was not kid friendly.
Yeah, which is I never put my stuff kid friendly anyway because I want the comments and everything on there. So I don't know. I guess they can do that. I don't know. I guess somebody might have swore in the chat or something. Because I've looked at the live before. I didn't see nothing really bad. Just 4 or 5 of us doing our craft. I was making plastic. Somebody was tying flies. Another person was painting hard baits. I really don't even know what. And they don't give you a reason. And you can't email them back when they it says there's no email address to send. So it's kind of frustrating.
Yeah, I hear you.
Veteran vlogger, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it, and thank you for the compliment. So, I had a situation that I have a rant about, and I've got pictures. And Jeff, this isn't you in a bikini, so you can calm down.
I was getting all excited.
So over New Year's, a guy that I was training, I let him borrow my vehicle so that he could go and pick up a debit card and take in fact, the other driver that was with him was in the chat tonight, Anthony, and they went out to dinner. And when they went out to dinner, somebody decided that they were going to hit my truck. and drive off. And so this is the damage that they did. That taillight's a $750 taillight. And then right there you can see where this is a crack in the taillight, but right next to it is I thought maybe that was a crack in the aluminum, but it's not. According to the body shop, it's just a crack in the paint. But even still, that all needs to be fixed. So my truck's going to be in the shop for 3 days. And because somebody didn't want to do the right thing and just come up and say, hey, I hit this guy's truck and I apologize, and here's my insurance information, let's get this taken care of. People just want to take off and don't take responsibility for their own actions, and that just really drives me nuts. Is we're at the point in society now where you can just drive off when you damage somebody's thing, and it doesn't even have to be that. People just don't want to take responsibility for their own actions when they do things that are stupid. And I mean, everybody has an accident in their lifetime, and I wasn't going to be mad, and I wouldn't have expected for my trainee to be mad about it. Accidents happen, but if you do have an accident, be responsible and tell somebody.
Yeah. So what was your insurance? What did they tell you? You told me there's some kind of rule or something in Michigan or whatever.
Well,
is insurance pay, or is it? I don't know how that worked.
Well, in Michigan, we have something called no-fault insurance, and with no-fault insurance, normally, if you get into an accident with another car, they basically say that nobody is at fault, and then their insurance pays for their car, your insurance pays for your car, and then both of your rates go up. But because of a certain coverage that I have, and I'm going to have my stepmom on one of these days to talk just basic car insurance for people that are not very knowledgeable about it. But with the insurance that I had, if you do have a hit and run or something like that, it is covered 100% as long as you're able to show that you weren't at fault in any way. Hey, J&J, thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate you being here, brother. Thank you so much.
Are you talking about uninsured motorist, right?
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because that wouldn't fall underneath uninsured motorist because you don't have a motorist to go after.
According to State Farm, the uninsured motorist covers that, at least with them. Anyway,
right. Well, underneath my insurance,
then I would have to pay my. Oh, that's the other kicker. Is I learned this. Some dude who brake checked me and then tried to run, and then I chased him down in my car. Sure enough, luckily, when the cop showed up, because I was literally dialing 911 as I was flooring it to go chase him because he was literally taking off. He ended up getting off the next exit, and because he seen me, he pulled over. But I was already calling the police, and when they showed up, whatever he told them, the cop actually, and I didn't have my dash cam. My dash cam wasn't on for some dumb reason. But the cop actually, whatever he told him, the cop was like, "Oh yeah, it's his fault." So
right.
Like the cop actually gave me the green light, and I'm the one that hit him technically, but he literally brake checked the hell out of me. So after he cut me off, we stopped, started to go again, and then he brake checked me. And but that's what my insurance told me. It's like, well, if you didn't follow him, if you just took off, then your uninsured motorist, you wouldn't have actually had to pay no deductible or nothing. It would have covered it. I was like, oh, damn it. I would have known that. Dude, I got more money for that.
Ted, Gary says that you're breaking up on my end, and I thought it was just me. But yeah, you are kind of breaking up on the audio part. But he did also ask, do you know the specific video?
And that was my bait making with Jimmy Albright. Laughed 8 months. Bait making.
Yeah, your audio is coming in really, really bad.
Okay, well, I'll get off.
Yeah, sorry about that, Ted.
No problem. That's probably down in my bait lab here. I'm having bad signal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nice. Frozen.
All right. Thanks for coming in, though.
See you guys later.
Later.
Good seeing
Yeah,
you, Ted.
see ya.
See ya.
Okay, so it was one of his bait making lives that just didn't end up working out in his favor.
It was that whole killing the bait thing.
Well, here's the thing with my insurance. I have broad collision coverage, and that's what covered the hit and run. So if you don't have broad collision coverage and you're in Michigan, I don't know if that's in every state. So I'm not an insurance agent, and I don't give insurance advice. But you know, I'm glad that I had broad collision coverage on my insurance policy. Let's just put it that way.
We don't give insurance advice, but we give driving advice all day long. Oh yeah,
Hey,
That's right.
more.
I'm JJ Keller certified, right, Carl?
Yes, sir. I say that every time.
He's the only guy that I know that's ever read the book. So, like, I don't know. I read the book to get my license, and ever since then, it was just a matter of not getting caught. Or I mean,
No.
not whatever.
No, Jeff does read the book when it comes time that he needs to read the book because
just
he's
call
already
you.
brought it out.
Oh, there it is. See, I
It's
have
the
a
Trucker Life Reference Book.
There you go.
I just
And
called-
then we have the Bible.
Yep.
Okay, Carl. Jailbait, or I'm sorry, Gary says Karl Marx is too quiet. So you're up, brother. What is your rant for today?
Oh, man.
I know it.
Is it roof supplies? Because you know.
Or
No,
like a hair gel.
actually, the
Seatbelt?
roof truck, it was easy.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was just a cover of some sort that I needed to use longer nails for. 2-inch nails. I used probably 1 1/4. And actually, I almost didn't have a rant today, Jason. I was actually going to cancel because my wife found a box of Girl Scout cookies, Thin Mint. So all my anger went away.
That'll do it right there.
So if you ever have a situation where you just want to rant away, get yourself a box of Thin Mints, and everything will be good.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I've been encountering a problem, especially with you know, pulling triples, Rocky Mountain doubles, double 48s. No parking, and the reason why that is, well, you have permitted parking at a lot of places,
Right.
but cars will park there, or just, you know, your normal commercial unit, and it says right there, triples parking or LCV parking. That's been a big problem, or even just pulling into a rest stop where trucks are supposed to park, and there's a car, or there's 2 cars, or there's a little Ford Focus or something with a small snowmobile trailer taking up the whole spot right there.
Right.
So I think parking is my issue for the week.
Okay, so this is something that Jeff and I talk about on a pretty regular basis. I know Dan doesn't really have this much of a problem other than when he's at a Maverick trying to get dinner. And then you know, he wants to park as a Rebel for 30 minutes and 36 seconds.
33
Oh, I'm
minutes.
sorry. 33 minutes.
Don't forget it.
So
20-minute parking.
that's right. So parking is a problem not only for Carl, but especially for Carl, because you can't just park anywhere, right? It's not like you can just go to any truck stop and back into a spot. You have to actually have an area that will fit you in either Rocky Mountain doubles or 3 pup trailers behind you. And Rocky Mountain doubles, if you're not aware of what that is, it's a 48-foot trailer and what is a 26-foot pup behind it?
You can do 40, a 45, or a 48 long box, and typically the most commonly is a 28-foot trailer
Okay.
behind that.
All right. So and I know what areas you're talking about. You're talking about like the service plazas on the toll road where they've got the special spots that's reserved for it's specifically doubles and triples. And usually there's cars parked in there not only because they don't know where they're supposed to park, but because normally it's pretty close to the building, isn't it?
Some of them are. There's a few that wrap around the whole parking lot. Especially like that the 21 there in Ohio. Yeah, that whole perimeter is for permit parking only.
Right. And nobody enforces that either.
No, not really.
Gary wants to know, is Karl Marx sporting a faux hawk?
I'm not sure what that is, but my hair, it's just hat hair.
Let's see. Yeah. No, that's hat hair.
Yeah.
That's hat hair.
It does kind of look like it's like sloped up on purpose though. Like, how is it hat hair? Like, see, this is hat hair. See, bam.
Yeah, that's your hat hair right there.
I mean, I'm getting a little thin on top from my hat.
See? See? You just got to shave it off, man. You just got to like all or nothing.
Yeah, see?
Dan.
See?
Yep.
Oh, you got more than I do. Yours is way
barely.
I'm the only one with hair.
You could still comb that over, baby. CJ.
Hey, there's a bald spot in there. I seen it.
Yeah. On the backside.
Well, I
You
was
guys can hide it
so
for a little
mad
longer.
because I was in the Army. I couldn't have the long hair, and then I got out of the Army, and I was so excited because I'm going to grow my hair out. I seen some pictures. I had a little bit longer hair, but my hair was starting to grow out, and I had some pictures taken of me, and I looked bald, and I was like, no, not happening.
I seen it in the swimming pool. Somebody took a picture. It was in a swimming pool, and you could totally see right through the whole top. I was like, "Oh hell no!" Okay, we're done. That's it, baby. It's all over now.
Thank you, Doc, for coming in. I appreciate you being here tonight. Thank you so much. So, yeah, parking is a huge problem, especially with this driver shortage that we have. And, you know, they want to put 80,000 more drivers on the road. And if you haven't been in the trucking industry, you're not familiar with trying to find a place to park. I'm going to quiz Jeff and put him on the spot. And Jeff, what is the likelihood that you can find a parking spot in Phoenix, Arizona at 1 o'clock in the afternoon?
If you get there after 10, you might as well find a road you can park on the shoulder of.
Yeah. That's pretty much what I was thinking, and pretty much any other major city. Dan, what's this parking situation in Salt Lake City like?
Trash. More than unless you pay for parking. Yeah. Sap Brothers, Flying J, Loves. They're usually all full up by 11, 12 o'clock at the latest.
Now you've got, what, 3 truck stops in the greater Salt Lake area, maybe? Because you've got the Flying J, you've got the Sap Brothers, and then you have the Loves. And then if you go a little bit further north, you've got the Pilot Flying J in North Salt Lake. And then pretty much you're out of options unless you go up to Ogden or if you go down towards Springville.
Spanish Fork, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason, pull up my screen here.
Okay.
That proud of that, baby. I had such beautiful hair, man. I miss it so bad. That blonde hair.
Hang on.
Was that the 70s?
Hang on.
No,
Oh.
I was born in
We're
77.
We're gonna do the comparison.
There you go. Before and
There's
after.
Paul
baby.
there.
Oh, wait, here. Hold on. There we go.
Okay, there's Paul there. And Paul there. Who does Paul look like in that picture?
Yeah, baby. I don't know. Here, hold on. Here's an action shot.
Oh my gosh. Anybody in the chat?
Snap.
If you can guess, if you can tell me, go back to the other picture with
There you
yeah.
go. I don't know. Do I look like somebody?
Yeah, you look like somebody. I just can't place it right now.
Oh.
Anybody in the chat want to take a stab at it?
I miss that hair. It's so great. I had beautiful hair.
Gary says, as a non-trucker, would y'all consider the best 3 truck stops for general convenience and accessibility?
Iowa 80's number 1.
Yeah.
No.
Love that place.
No, you're wrong.
What? What are you smoking?
That's what I want to know.
Right? Okay,
Gary
what?
says, I've seen that guy in America's Most Wanted.
Wait, what's
Those aren't Pall Malls he's smoking.
right? You know, you're not supposed to be smoking stuff technically.
Do you do karaoke, Paul?
Not as much as I should. My wife's Filipino and they love karaoke. That's like a big thing with them, and I should do more. So I make
Okay,
her
so
happier.
here's my argument on the Iowa 80. Number one, if you have to park there at night and you have to park all the way at the opposite end of the parking lot, it is not convenient whatsoever.
They have a shuttle.
They have a shuttle. It's
yeah,
called
but then you
exercise.
Then you have to wait for them to show up.
It's called
It's an 80-acre lot, Paul.
And
Jason, get your hover round off the catwalk and scooter your butt over there.
Right?
They do have a dental office. They have a movie theater. They have I think they have a post office.
Chiropractor.
Yep, they have a restaurant where you can get yourself some E. coli. They have fast food joints. They have overpriced trinkets and Chrome Shop. Yeah.
Hey, God
Very
made
convenient.
E. coli, and E. coli doesn't hurt. Wait, no, that's God made dirt. Dirt don't hurt. Yeah. Kind of, not man-made. It's accidental.
I love the Pilot Flying J's.
I love Little America.
Little America's good.
50-cent ice cream.
It's 75 now.
Oh,
Yeah, it's 75%. It's 75 cents now.
Damn inflation.
Carl, what about you?
Still worth it though.
Right? Oh yeah, all day long.
Yeah, I pretty much just stop at the Pilots or the Loves. Occasional quick trips if I'm in or when I'm going through Wisconsin and stuff.
Yeah, you gotta love Quick Trip. I mean, for convenience, and we're not talking about the QT Quick Trips. We're talking about the KT Quick Trips in Wisconsin, and they are just you can't beat the food there. That's for sure. I wish they had bigger parking lots.
What's your thoughts on Maverick truck stops? Because we've started using those on the West Coast.
Talk to Dan. Dan, Maverick.
Maverick's pretty good. Some of them have more parking than others, but if you're going to use Maverick, get their rewards card, and if you buy their bonfires, it's just a punch it ticket. Get some free food out of it after you spend $20. But hey, if you buy 10 of the cheap stuff and save it for your free one, and then you get an expensive meal, it's good to go.
Oh, there you go.
That's what I do. I buy the cheap stuff, and then when they're paying, I step up a little bit.
Right. My dad says Buc-ee's, and that's down in Texas. And
They're communist.
You just can't park there. I mean,
you can't pull on their lot.
Yeah, they're
can't
good
pull
for
on their
cars.
lot.
Yeah.
Buc-ee's is anti-truck. What?
Yep.
Yeah.
They have the
Yeah.
largest gas station around the world that I've ever seen, and you can't bring a truck in there.
They built one in Huntsville, Alabama, and when they tell you to leave, you don't leave. They send the police out there to tow your truck if you don't leave
Really?
after they tell you to. Yes, sir.
Oh snap! Damn.
They were
Hey,
waking drivers up to tow their trucks.
wow.
Really?
Uh-huh.
You guys want to see a redneck cruise control? Jason,
Sure.
show 'em.
Let's see here. There you go.
That's how I used to run the hydraulics on a dump trailer.
That doesn't surprise me.
Hey, when your truck is governed and you don't have cruise, no, actually that wasn't
Yeah.
for cruise control. That was to keep the truck idling because it had that stupid shutdown thing. Yeah, so that was one way to keep the truck idling for a while. When you needed to.
Kathy says soon we'll have 2 quick trips in Iron Mountain. And Gary says he is willing to donate 2 hat hooks to the only member of the panel wearing 2 hats. So that would be Paul.
Yeah, baby.
And Ted, I think that's Bucky's. I think that's the one that we were just talking about. It says, "What's the one in Florida? Beavers or something like that? 100 gas pumps there."
Yeah, that's Bucky's.
Yep.
Isn't there
So-
a Wally's now?
There's a Wally's, and then there's one other one in St. Louis. I don't remember the name of it. Maybe that is the one. Maybe it is Wally's in St. Louis there.
They
It's
got
the
that
same
big one
thing.
on 55, on I-55 towards St. Louis there.
Right. Yeah, that's the one that I was thinking of. But
Jay, show the screen real quick. Memories. No, so this is the trailer that we had a fifth wheel on it. You can barely see it because it's all fuzzy. But if you look back here behind the tractor, and don't worry, there's actually chains on there. That strap is for the ramps.
I can see the chains.
Don't
I
freak
see
out.
2 chains. I see 2 chains, so we'll pass. We'll let it slide.
I don't
Yeah,
see
yeah,
any
I mean,
friction though.
Hey, there's tons of friction on that thing. Like,
Oh, loads.
ridiculous. Yeah.
I can see your friction mats there stacked up.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, those red things up front there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fifth wheel is like right back there. So we had to luckily this thing drove over the fifth wheel, which was always kind of a pain in the butt when we loaded up random equipment up there.
Oh, okay.
This one we had to go up against a dirt pile. So we tried to use the ramps and rip the ramps out of the way. That didn't work very well. So we ended up finding some dirt pile and ramming the trailer into the dirt so we could drive it on from there. Yeah, that was fun.
Gary says 1-800 rant now. If we had that phone number, I mean, that would be great.
Oh, here we go. Here's
Ted says
great,
they have great barbecue pork sandwiches there.
I found a great truck stop picture. Tell me what's wrong with this picture. Think about it. Hot dogs, hot, mayonnaise, ketchup on top.
Oh
of
yeah,
the
right
hot
above,
plastic, right
above it. Yeah,
Ooh,
probably not a
that's
good idea.
diarrhea.
How
Don't
about
use
some hot mayonnaise and some hot
don't
relish?
use the condiments.
Yeah.
Probably not a good idea to use the condiments on that one.
I did not
But,
take enough pictures when I was driving truck. Oh wait, here's a good one. We should end on this one. Look at that. Right? I have no idea what that picture was for. No clue. But see, look, it's me in a Kenworth. So you can see the back, see?
Yeah, I can see that. But if I were gonna rate my my favorite truck stops, it would be Pilot Flying J, then it would be Travel Centers of America, and then it would be basically Quick Trips. Holy crap, Paul!
Oh,
You
sorry.
need to add Loves to that list because I gave you a shower last night.
I don't have to include them because I don't usually use them, and that's the first time I use a shower. And I can tell you right now, I had the coldest shower I ever had in a truck stop.
But you could have pressure washed an elephant with that shower head.
I could have, yes.
Nice. More power. Oh yeah.
So we're getting to the end of the program. Does anybody have some last words before I close this thing out?
Last word.
I'm gonna ask Paul real quick if when are we gonna have a drum off here?
Oh, I got lots of practice to do, bro.
Let's hear a solo real quick.
A solo? It's actually, well, hold on. Okay. All right. Well, hold on a second.
Hey, Jason, we can stretch this thing out another hour, and we've got 3 judges already.
That's true.
Yeah, the drum off was supposed to happen this week, anyways. The weekend
Oh.
after the Secret
Yeah.
Santa.
Yeah.
We'll both get to practice for a little bit, but it's definitely got to happen.
Yeah. Hey, Dad. Just let you know, Ted says the bait boxes are done.
Was that hella loud or no?
No,
Barely heard it.
can barely hear it. Now we can hear it.
There?
Yep, can hear it. All right, we're gonna see. We're gonna put Paul up. Here we go.
Can we get some Guns N' Roses?
No, but you can get.
Can't even do it now.
There you go. There you go. Now he's getting it. There you go. There's Paul on the drums, everybody.
Carl looks pretty confident after that.
Yeah, I'm not worried anymore.
Hang on, let's get a grade.
Let's just pretend that was not put out in public, all right?
I'll give it a C minus.
C minus. You still have to think about it, man.
Just
Okay,
don't quit your day
so
job
the
yet.
2 gentlemen that you see at the bottom of your screen are going to do a drum off. We just have to choose the Sunday that we're going to do it.
Yeah. 2 years from now, right?
We'll
Next Sunday.
I'm down for next Sunday.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
How about we do a month from today?
Oh, really? All right.
That'll give you time to practice, Paul. And then Carl, that'll give you time to get your set out of storage.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Oh, good. Take your time. It's okay.
Yeah, we'll plan something. We'll plan something.
All
We're
right.
going to do a drum off between these 2 gentlemen.
I'll have to figure out something to actually play that I don't totally suck at.
And then I'm going to come up with a prize
Mary had a little
for
lamb.
whoever wins.
Mary had a little lamb, little lamb. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
It's going to be JJDrones related, whatever it is. So maybe I'll get you like an autographed keychain.
Wait, so here, something real quick to think about for everybody here, since everybody's kind of, well, I don't know if Carl's doing a channel thing, but besides riding on Jason's, channel.
Oh, that's harsh.
What is your mission and plan for this year? Something to think about for everybody. Like, what do you guys want to do? You want to be the same? Oh, okay. This
that
was
what you're
something.
trying to
This
show?
was actually, no, it's not related, but that was actually some like fake thing. I forget where dude said it was going, but those were like fake jet things, I think, for a movie or whatever.
Okay.
In Colorado.
Gary, you can go ahead and ask your question.
Yes, ask a question.
But go ahead and keep reading, Paul, whatever you're reading.
Oh, I was just saying, like, what is, I'm not reading anything. Jeez, I'm smarter than this.
Oh, okay. It just looked like you were reading.
Wow. Well, I was looking at the pictures. It threw me off because you turned the picture on. So I was like, what?
Oh,
what?
okay.
So I was like looking for something.
But no, Gary says he has a serious question for the panel, excluding me. So it's going to be for the 4 of you.
Hit it. Well, hurry up.
I still say Paul has a PhD in physics.
Oh, yep. Brain's big.
He should be wearing you should be wearing a white lab coat.
Right?
I mean,
But
Paul, you've done so many costume things. I don't know why you don't have a white lab coat later.
Oh. All right, hold on.
That's next week.
That's next week.
some little mice in cages behind him.
Right?
Let's see here. How can each member of the panel get JJ 2 more subscribers each? Share, etc., etc. Paul's already tried that, but the way that he tried to do it, the subscribers went away.
Well, no, I still have over 1,000 subscribers in my thing.
Oh, that's true.
That I acquired. It actually worked though. It got me to, like, technically I can get monetized as soon as I get to the views.
Right. And
But I
Jeff
still
has
get
shared
views.
me in every bathroom known to mankind.
Do you still have the picture?
I do have the picture.
I mean, you're in Sacramento, Denver. I've carved your name on every bathroom wall with your phone number.
I
and
know you
channel
have
name.
that. I mean, that
Oh,
was great.
Hey, okay.
That's why I can never
opinion,
get through to you.
found a lab coat. We should check it out. What do you think? Is that me?
That'll work.
There's
That'll
his
work.
lab coat. You're gonna have to have that for the drum off.
Oh, I know, like the Science Channel. Dun dun dun. Here we go. This
Paul
is the
Nye,
art
the
of-
science guy.
That's right.
This is the art of banging the drum.
Right. But no, if anybody's able to get to help get the last 8 subscribers that I need for 500, I would greatly appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed and you're watching the replay, just go ahead and hit the subscribe button, because it doesn't cost you anything. And we do our best here on the JJDrones network to try and give you some entertainment and maybe help you learn some things from time to time. Guys, I appreciate all of you for coming up here. This has been another fun Rant Away Sunday. We're going to continue to do this. Paul, Dan, Jeff, and Carl, you are all part of the Rant Away Sunday gang.
Yeah.
He's pulled out a new costume.
He has.
Right. Headband, baby.
He's got the headband
All
now.
that sweat that I'm gonna have when I learn to play the drums. Gotta keep that sweat out. All right.
Keep the sweat off the brows.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate you being up here.
Peace out.
Hey,
See ya.
don't forget though. Go to www.JJDrones360.com. Click on that Amazon affiliated link, and if you don't buy something in his list, click on his list, search out what you're going to search, and purchase it. I've done it multiple times, and it works. Jason will get
Absolutely.
credit for it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate you bringing that up for me, and I really do appreciate your support, brother.
You're welcome. I enjoy it.
Carl, it's always an honor and a pleasure. You and Jeff were the original 2, Rant Away Sunday gang members. So
Yeah, it's always fun.
I'm sorry that you got the cookies, because you were really you're ready to rock and roll on that.
Yeah,
Well,
I might need the whole hour. That's all.
If you have a deer guard on the front of your truck, you have some options. You can always push people.
Yeah.
Carl and Jeff, thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it.
All right, see you.
Say,
Just a programming note, in case people hasn't. Let's see here. Kathy says I'm grounded from Amazon. I appreciate all of you for being here, and let me just do a little programming note. Coming up shortly, we don't have it taped now, but Ted from Off the Hook Outdoors and I are going to be doing a video podcast, and we're going to be discussing live streams. And there's a reason that we want to discuss live streams, but I'm not going to go into it because I want you guys to watch the video podcast. I'm hoping that sorry, Ted. I'm hoping that Ted and I will be able to get this thing done this week while I'm home. If not, we'll find another time to do it. But the biggest thing is we're trying to get information out to everybody out there. So once that video is available. We're going to do a premiere so that we can do a chat along with it. But other than that, I thank everyone for coming in tonight. It's always a fun time when we do our Rant Away Sundays. And I thank you all for coming along for this ride with all of us that have been here today. And we'll see you later on down the road. Bye, everybody.